Hi everybody, it's Amy and I'm doing an art journal vlog. It's number 4. Happy Sunday. And I thought I would talk about something that I think people would relate to. I see other YouTube posters talking about this, and I would love to share about my own personal experience with online and in-store shopping addiction and my goal for this year. And this wasn't a New Year's resolution, it's a resolution since I moved to a new place and I'm getting situated with all of my craft goodies, and I still just want more. And I find myself, in my downtime constantly searching online or going into, Tuesday Morning, Joann's, Michael's, all the craft stores that are close by. And there are even, most cities and towns have independent art and craft stores, and there is a stamp art store close to me that sells a lot of art stamps. And I got lucky yesterday because on my return trip from Tuesday Morning, the art stamp shop had closed, and I think if I had gone in there I would have ended up buying some very expensive stamps that I want but don't need. And I don't intend for this to be a depressing vlog, but just a really honest one, and I would love to hear your own experiences or some of the struggles that you might be having if you feel like you're buying too many art supplies. But I found this to be a really pretty little journal, and it has some nice quality Strathmore paper in it. It's got this front cover. This part is a tearaway, and then you open it up and it has several pages of ideas and some techniques. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know that it's necessarily geared towards children. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It was just in the clearance section, so tough call, but this definitely looks like something I've seen on YouTube that was geared more towards adults, so not really sure, but some of the drawings are more kid-friendly. And so you open it up here, it's got the pages of ideas, and then it has this really pretty art paper that feels like fabric. It has I don't know if you can see that on screen, but almost an embossed feel. And if you could feel this, it definitely feels like canvas and looks like fabric in person. So some really pretty pages. And the reason I'm showing you this is that I am committing to each day using one of my new art supplies that I bought over the weekend, so that I can really start to get some use out of the things that I buy. Because what I tend to do is get really excited about items, go out and purchase them or get them online, and then some of them I start using right away, and then some of them I am surprised to find weeks later, stored somewhere in my storage, totally unused, and I'll think, oh my gosh, I forgot that I even had this. So there's some really cool things you could do with this journal. It has lots of different possibilities. So there's several pages of colored cardstock, and then it has a really neat pocket insert. And I tucked in one of my other purchases from yesterday. This is the Tim Holtz Ideology reinforcers. So this is great for making journals and mini albums. They look like buttons, and then the hole in the middle is punched out, and so these would help to reinforce the pages where you punched the holes. And so they have a lot of the lovely Tim Holtz designs. And so I tucked that into here so I would be sure to use that. And then it has a bunch of pages of what feels like nice thick cardstock material, and in the front it says it's art quality paper, and let's see, it's 100-pound paper. I know that. I remember seeing that in here somewhere, that it's 100-pound, and so I think this would be good for mixed media. It's a good, feels like a good weight. So just as a side note, like I said, this is in the clearance section. Originally was $12, and so I got this for $6. And then at a Tuesday morning that's a little out of the way for me, but I really wanted to go to this particular Tuesday morning, and I only found the one thing there, but I felt like, oh, this trip was totally worth it just to find this. I had seen a lot of Claudine Helmuth's products in other Tuesday mornings and some of her other stamps, but when I saw this one, I really wanted to get it, and it was such a good deal. It's $1.99, and then it was on clearance for 40% off. So with tax, I paid just a little over $1 for these really high quality foam stamps. And I mostly got it for the dress form and the lantern because I just thought these were so nice, and they just feel luxurious looking at them. And I thought that the polka dots would be fun to play with. There's a little scalloped edge, there's some line, like bars, 2 little birdies, some more little polka dots, and then 2 buttons that are really cute. I'm gonna start focusing on doing that. And last year I participated in a spending freeze that was going on YouTube, and there were lots of participants and lots of challenges and giveaways and fun ways of encouraging each other on the path of being on a spending freeze. And you could choose the length of your spending freeze. I think the minimum was 2 weeks if I remember right, and some people were going up to something like 6 months. And I did a 2-month freeze, and it was really helpful, and I think it's time to do that again. And it really helps you appreciate what you already have, and it also makes you, at least for a while, this was the effect that it had on me, at least for a while after I did the freeze, I was a lot more choosy about what I spent, because it just did something in terms of, you know, showing me what I really needed to buy and other things that I could pass up on. And so that's going to be my goal, is to choose a date for a spending freeze, and more than likely I'll do the 2-month time frame again. I thought that was a really good amount of time. It's not too long so that it doesn't feel like I'm missing out, you know, for 6 months or something, but I think it's long enough that I'll save some money and I'll be able to really dig into some of the stuff that I've already bought. And speaking of things that I already bought, I wanted to show you, I had shared this in an earlier vlog, that I had picked up a Midori Traveler's Journal, Traveler's Notebook insert. So this is several pages that are made to fit into the Midori leather cover, and since I had just gotten the insert and wasn't going to invest in the cover, I picked one of the canvas papers out of the Strathmore Journal that I just showed you, and last night I just used some matte gel medium to glue this down and give it more of the feeling of a real recommend a spending freeze if you are struggling with that. And there, like I said, there's a lot of supportive folks out there who will support you on your journey, and I will be one of them. If you decide to go on a spending freeze, or if you even just decide that you're going to spend less, just let me know and leave me a comment, and I'd love to hear about your journey in terms of spending. So anyway, I'll close the video for now, and have a good night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.